Facebook's here too. Awesome. Happy New Year. Oh my goodness. It is 2020. We made it. Wow. Yes. So, like I said, I'm doing these every Friday. So I actually have a topic to talk about, and you know the rules. When you come on, say hi. Don't be shy. Just type in the comments and say hello. Today, I'm jumping right into it because speed things up. Happy New Year. Thank you. Okay, so here's what today's video is about, or today's live is about. There's a lot of reasons why people aren't achieving their goals, and I felt like this would be a perfect time to talk about this because it's the beginning of the year. Everybody's setting out in with their New Year's resolutions and all these different things. And unfortunately, though, a lot of you have goals on your list that is just like every year it feels like you're always putting them back on your list and you're never actually achieving them. Some goals, yes, they take longer than others. I totally understand that. So I'm not really talking about those ones. You know the ones I'm talking about. Hi. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. You guys know the goals I'm talking about. That one or two goals that every year you put on your list and it's just like nothing seems to really be moving you towards actually completing it. So there are a number of reasons why you may not be achieving your goals, but I have one very specific thing that people don't talk about a lot, and this is probably one of the main reasons, because I feel like everybody on here, most of the people watching this, you all know that you need to write your goals down, okay? Studies have already shown that people who write down their goals are more likely to achieve them. You know that you need to review your goals. You can't just write them down and then, boom, you never look at them again. You should be looking at them daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, all of that, quarterly. So we know that already. You know that wishing, hoping, dreaming is great, but if you don't take action, nothing's gonna happen. So we already know this. These are some of the typical things people talk about, but there's one specific one that I want to mention. So before I go into it, one of the ways that I guess put my goals together, some of you may have heard of this, the acronym S.M.A.R.T, S-M-A-R-T. So each letter stands for something. S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for achievable, R is for relevant or realistic, and T is for time bound. So let me go into a little bit more detail as to that for those of you who don't know about SMART goals. And I'm going to use a goal that a lot of people are probably trying to achieve at the beginning of the year, which is to lose weight. So you know me, I always like to give you guys actionable things that you can do. I don't just talk it. I'd like to show you how to do it. So let's just say your goal is to lose weight, right? That's your goal for the new year. You want to lose some weight. Great. Now, to make it smart, you have to get specific. So saying you want to lose weight isn't enough. It's a great start, but it's not enough. You have to be more specific. How much weight do you want to lose? Because honestly, think about it. If you lose 1 pound, you may feel all great in the beginning, but if months go by and you still have only lost the 1 pound, you're going to feel a little frustrated, right? So you've got to be specific as to how much weight you want to lose. So let's say we want to lose 20 pounds. Great. So I want to lose 20 pounds is much more specific. We could go into more detail, but I'm not really going to touch on that because that's not the main reason why I'm doing this with you guys today. So then 2, M, measurable. You can't measure something if you don't know where you're starting from. So obviously you need to have a baseline. So how much do you currently weigh? Say you weigh 170 or 180 and you want to go down the 20 pounds. So now you know you weigh 170, so your goal is to get to 150. So each part of the acronym is building on this goal so that you're making it more specific. And the more specific you are, the more likely you will achieve it. So just keep that thought in mind. So now you know you want to lose 20 pounds. You know where you're starting at 170 and you want to get to 150. So now the goal is I want to weigh 150 pounds. Okay? We're trying to say as simple as possible. SMA. So achievable. When I think about achievable, it's I think about, is it something that you can do? Is it something that you believe you can do? Belief is a huge thing. If you don't believe that you can do this, you're already setting yourself up for failure, right? You have to go into detail as to, okay, how are you going to do that? So maybe you say you're going to go to the gym, or maybe you're going to join a particular sport or activity like dance or whatever. Maybe you're going to start meal prepping or getting meals delivered or whatever. You'll figure it out, but that's the A part. The R part, relevance or realistic, I go into detail and say, okay, so realistically speaking, because here's another thing, I am not a fitness professional. I'm a health professional, and I know a little bit about fitness just for my personal things. But there is a healthy way to lose and gain weight, okay? A lot of people, especially with this whole craze of like, slim thick or whatever, everyone wants to get thicker. People are literally out there putting on all this weight way too fast. And your body is under so much stress, but you don't necessarily notice it because you see how you're like filling out in the areas you want to fill out. You feel all good about yourself, but your body's under a lot of stress. So there is a healthy way to gain weight over time as well as to lose weight. You're also more likely to either keep the weight on or keep it off if you do it the right way over time, as opposed to losing a whole bunch at one time or gaining a whole bunch at one time. So keep that in mind. So now, realistically or relevance, the R. If you are saying to yourself, let's say that you do your research and it says it's healthy to lose, this is just a guess, 2 pounds a week or something. So that's 8 pounds a month. Now you know, realistically, if you want to stay within a healthy range, that you're going to attempt to lose 8 pounds per month. And in about 2.5 months, you'll be at like your target, right? So now you've broken it down in terms of realistic expectations, because if you go in there saying, okay, you know what? It's like if someone says they want to make $10,000 a month from their business and they've never done it before, right? And they're just like, oh, I'm going to do it next month. It's something you've never actually achieved before. So there's steps and things that you have to do that you probably have never done before. So you have to be realistic, but not in the sense of putting yourself down or holding yourself back from achieving your goals. But if you keep setting goals that are too quick, because a lot of us want that instant gratification. We want it now. If you set it too quick and then every year you're not achieving it, it just kind of demotivates you over time, right? So we don't want that. So realistically, we're saying, okay, 2.5 months, you can lose that weight in a healthy way. Good. Boom. T. The T in SMART stands for time-based. So time-based, now you need to set a time. Now we already kind of broken it down already, right? We understand that it's going to take 2.5 months. So say that we started at the beginning of January and we say, okay, by March 15th, 2020, I will weigh 150 pounds. And this is what I'm going to do in order to weigh that much or to lose X amount of pounds so I weigh that much. Like, you really have to get specific. Now, what you guys have been waiting for, because the SMART thing was just a bonus. The reason why a lot of you are not achieving your goals, okay? Here it is. Your reason for wanting to achieve the goal is not strong enough. It's not strong enough. When in the moment, when you're making the goal, it's all fine and dandy, yeah. You know, when you're first hitting the gym, it's all good. When you start to see some progress, it's all good. But the time when a lot of people fall off is when it starts to get hard. And if your reason for wanting to achieve that goal isn't strong enough to get you through that, you're probably just going to give up. Or you're going to half-ass it. You're not going to put in as much effort as you did maybe in the beginning. You're going to feel demotivated, depressed, sad, and then of course you're going to jump on social media and you're going to see this person losing weight and that person losing weight and that person looking great, and it's just going to make you feel worse and worse, right? So here is one of the things I learned just through the course of life and everything. I was in network marketing for like a brief minute. But one of the really cool things I did learn from that experience, and I don't knock the profession whatsoever, to each his own. One of the cool things I did learn, they always talked about what's your why? Like, what's your why? The why that makes you cry. I never cried, but I was like, yeah, the why. What is your why? So here's the thing. You're going to sit down with this goal. Now, you have it all set up because we already went through this. You're going to write it down at the top of the page. I will weigh 150 pounds by March 15th, 2020 by doing the following, whatever. So you have that at the top. Now, the rest of that page, I want you to just start writing all the reasons why you want to achieve this goal. Now, in the beginning, it's all going to be superficial stuff like, oh, you want to look nice in your bikini, or you want to look good on your vacation, or you're the bridesmaid at your so-and-so's wedding and you want to look nice in your dress. It's all going to be mostly like superficial things at first. But as you write down all of these things, you're going to get to the meat, the core, because remember, your thoughts are creating your environment, right? Your emotions amplify whatever you put out there. And what you amplify is what comes back to you. Go ahead, research the law of attraction and metaphysics and all that stuff. I'm not getting into it in this video, but just a little bit on that. So you need to attach strong emotion to your goal. Because in the hard times, that is what's going to get you through it. That's what's going to get you pushing through when you feel like, oh, I don't want to get up and go to the gym today. It's cold outside. I'm tired. I had a long week. If you promise yourself that you're going to go work out 3 times a week, and then you did already work out 2 times for that week, but then that third day, it's snowing, it's cold, you don't feel like going, I'm telling you, that conviction, that reason, that core reason why you want to lose the weight, that's what's going to get you out of bed. That's what's going to get you to put on your workout gear and get out and do what you said you were going to do. So, how do you get to that core thing? You start writing. Write all the reasons down. I don't care. No one's going to judge you. No one's reading this but you. Write it all down. I don't care if you want to lose the weight because you want to look better than so-and-so. Write it all down. It does not matter at this point. This is for you and you only. Write it all down. As you start to write down and you go through your list, you're going to notice that you're going to notice that as you're going down further and further and further down the list, you're going to get to a point where some of the heart stuff is going to come out. Like, for example, maybe one of the reasons you truly want to lose the weight is because you're tired of feeling out of breath every time you go up a flight of stairs. Or maybe you have small children and you'd love to be able to play with them without feeling super tired or feeling like you can't actually interact with your children because you just have no energy to keep up with them or whatever. Maybe for some of you, you have had a health scare and your physician has told you, hey, you need to change your lifestyle or you may not be here next year. Maybe it's that. Or maybe you just want to set a better example for your kids or whatever. Those things, I'm telling you, those are the things that are going to get you to push through the hard times. So you and your friends go out for dinner. You go to your favorite restaurant, you promised yourself that you're going to eat healthy, but now you're at your favorite spot and you love their nachos and all the messy, greasy stuff. And you're with your friends, you want to have fun, blah, blah, blah. In that moment when all your friends are eating the nachos and all the greasy things and you're in your mind looking at the menu and saying, girl, you should be eating that salmon, but that right there looks real good. And everybody else is eating it, so whatever, it's just one meal. I'll make up for it. You know what's going to make you pick that salmon? That strong conviction as to why you really, really want to lose the weight. Not the superficial stuff about looking nice or whatever. That stuff's great, but that's not going to get you over the hurdle, the obstacles that you're going to have. Remember, any goal, if it's something you've never achieved before, it is going to be tough because you have to become a different person, a person who can achieve that goal. So it's going to be hard. So the best way to set yourself up for success is to make sure that you really get to the core reason as to why you want the things you want. Okay? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So make sure, I already said this in the beginning, you have to write down your goals. We know this. You have to review them. Like, I don't want you writing your goals down in your journal, right? Doing all that work and then you never look at it again. Like, you should be looking at this every week, at least. And you look at your goals and you review, like at the end of the week, you look at the previous week and you look through and you're like, okay, what steps did I take to push me closer to achieving the goals that I wrote down for the year, right? Keep yourself on track. You already know that you need to take action. You need to stay positive, all that stuff, and push through, but get clear. Get clear. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you want more money, if you want a different job, if you want a business, if you want to travel. Get to that deeper reason as to why you actually want the things you want and write them down. When you do all of that, then you can make a small affirmation. And these affirmations are the things that I write down that are based on my goal. And it'll basically say, like, for example, back to our example, you want to lose the weight. Instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds or whatever, you say, for example, I feel fit, healthy, and beautiful at this weight or whatever, right? You definitely need to have, I personally believe it, I've used it because the goal that you've written down is sometimes pretty lengthy, pretty wordy. The short affirmation is usually just a sentence. And this is the stuff that you're going to repeat to yourself first thing in the morning when you wake up and first thing before you go to bed. There's science behind reading your goals, speaking speaking positively to yourself, affirming the things that you believe to be true before you go to sleep, and right as you wake up. First thing, I do it every day. Before, I would just do it one time, maybe in the morning or maybe in the night, but that's why I do my gratitude stuff. My gratitude, I literally, first thing as I wake up in the morning, I'm still groggy and whatever, and it's the perfect time because your conscious mind is still in like that sleepy state, so you're able to really tap into your subconscious mind, and that's where everything's truly happening. So I tell myself, I say, like, I'm grateful for, I'm thankful for. I specifically go through different things. And then before I go to sleep at night, just right before, when you're starting to get like, like, yeah, I need to go to bed. Then I say it again to myself. I'm like, I'm grateful for this. I'm thankful for this. And I do my I ams. Like, I am. I don't say I am wealthy or I am like adjectives. I use nouns. So I am prosperity. I am abundance. I am love. I am, like, I say things like that. And yeah. What's the other one? How does visualization play into this? Oh, visualization is huge. I'm just giving like the little baby crumbs because I don't want to overwhelm people. But if you can take the time, I sometimes do this before I go to sleep. First thing when I wake up, I'm still laying in bed and my eyes are closed, and and this is the key. You have to, how do I put it in the simplest of terms? You have to, when you're visualizing, you have to feel the way you would feel if you had what you're visualizing. So, say for example, I don't know, you want a new car. This is easy. You want a new car. You have to embody the feelings that you would feel if you had the car. So just imagine like that day when you go to the lot and you're literally going to pick up the keys or whatever, like feel all those feelings and say it to yourself, like, Like, walk yourself through this experience and how you're feeling. The fact that you're super excited that you're getting the keys today and you can't wait. Like, they customized it for you and it's looking all nice and everything. You've worked so hard for this. Say all of that. I'm telling you, as you're saying it, those feelings, you're actually starting to feel it. It actually feels as if, yeah, this is happening right now. That's the key. Like, that is the key. There's, what is it called? Yeah, no problem. There's a few different methods, but oh man, I can't remember it. I will try to remember it and maybe say it in the next live or something, but visualization is huge, but I was doing it wrong for a really long time. And when I learned like the right way to do it, it was a game changer. So, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because it's the beginning of the year. I want you guys to have an amazing 2020. 2019's done, okay? So whatever happened, whatever didn't happen, whatever disappointment, sadness, anything, it's okay. Accept it. And just remember and be so grateful for where you are now. You made it through it into another year. Remember that there's a lot of people that didn't make it into 2020. And you're here. So you still have another opportunity to do all the things that you said you wanted to do. And all you have to start doing is believing in yourself, moving forward, set those goals and move towards them. Do not let fear stop you. Fear is an indication that you are moving in the right direction. Don't let fear stop you. Keep moving, keep pushing, keep taking action. And yeah, that's it for me. Just so you know, last week I did the conflict resolution for entrepreneurs and business owners. And I told you I would have the full video with all of my tips for how I resolve conflict in my business. It is going up tomorrow at noon on my YouTube channel. So if you aren't following the Unchained CEO on YouTube, you should do that. And then you will get the notification as to when it goes up. But yeah, I hope you guys have a awesome Friday, an amazing weekend. I'm so happy to, sit here and chat with you guys again. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them after the live. But yep, take care everybody. Bye Facebook. Bye Instagram.